Hello, my loves. I am Reiven Douglas, and this is a new podcast that I am starting called The Journey, where basically we're just about to sit up here and navigate all that comes with this journey we call life. Yes, I did come up with that myself. Not too much on me, especially during Black History Month. Okay, so I'll obviously let her do most of introducing herself, but today I'm here with one of my personal inspirations, Jasmyne Fogle. She is a former collegiate hooper and current director of basketball operations, as well as program development for QU. Jasmine, welcome.
Reiven, thank you so much. First of all, personal inspiration, that's a lot.
Yeah,
so
you're
starting off crazy. I appreciate it.
it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes. So today I'm going to have you share your story first. Obviously, let the people hear, the people hear. Then we're going to give you all at least 3 things that we would do differently if we had to start our collegiate career over. A big, just focusing more on reflecting what we can control. Just a bit of advice at that. So then we're going to end on, obviously, I know that we can't get that time back, but in your position on the other side, I just want people to know kind of how you take that experience and give back to your players now.
Yeah, of course. So, like Ray said, my name is Jasmine. I am 29 years old, the oldest of 5, all girls, and it has been amazing. Being an older sister to 4 little sisters, as I would say. I started playing basketball when I was 5. Literally been playing ever since. Played all throughout high school, 1,000-point scorers, first team all-state, accolades, whatever, all that good stuff.
Yes.
So, I got a full scholarship to go to Franklin Pierce University, which is a D2 school in Ringe, New Hampshire. It's in the Northeast Conference. Battled some injuries my senior year, so sat out that whole year and did my 5th year at Post University in Waterbury, where I got my master's in business administration. Suffered an injury from there as well. I tore my ACL, had a microfracture surgery, had a tear in my femur cartilage, so I had to get all that repaired towards the end of the season. But it led me to being the grad assistant at Iona College. So that's how I started my coaching career. I spent 2 years there, got another master's degree in sports communication and media. And, just been kind of finding my way since then. I did a year at Putnam Science Academy. I was there as the residence assistant and women's basketball assistant coach. And I heard that there was an opening here to be the director of basketball operations, which was great because I'm back at home. My family can come to the games, and it was so perfect. New Coach Fabry. I played AAU with her daughter. We were in the same conference in high school, so we had the connection from there, and it was just a full circle moment. So, so I'm glad to be back here. So.
Yeah, that's huge. I feel like basketball is just such a small world.
It is a small world. No matter where you go, someone is always connected to someone else. So very small world, but I'm very fortunate that it ended up like that.
Yes, yeah, definitely blessed to have you.
Yes.
So do you want to start off first? What's one thing? We can probably go back and forth about it.
So, ask me the first question again.
What is one thing that you would change if you could start your college career all over?
Yeah. So, first of all, one thing that I could change if I started my college career over again would be the recruitment process. Like I said, since I was the oldest, I really didn't have anybody before me to show me the ropes, teach me the process of that.
Right.
My dad used to always tell me that he just collected his college letters because I already told my age, but at that time in my recruitment process, there was no texting, there was no we were getting letters sent in the mail, and a coach was telling you that they, were interested in you, and I still have my box of letters. It's crazy, but. We just got letters in the mail, so my dad would just tell me, just keep your letters in a shoebox, and, it's so, thinking about it now, it's so crazy, but I have a Nike shoebox with all my college letters, and I just kept them.
Wow.
But I didn't know, the significance of being recruited by a Division I, Division II program.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, I was one of the best players in my hometown at the time, and you know, I'm sitting at the top. You would think like you're like, you know, 1,000-point scorer, you get a full scholarship, all this type of stuff. But you know, I played AAU since I was in 6th grade, so it was just something that I just love to do. Playing basketball. Why? Like, I didn't think it was that serious because I just love to play basketball. So, you know, being on the other side right now is obviously recruiting prospects is big, but that was something that I did not know, I wasn't aware of at all. So I was fortunate enough, like, the coach at Franklin Pierce at the time called my high school coach and was like, did Jasmine commit to anywhere yet? Like, we're really interested in her. And he was surprised to hear that I didn't commit because I didn't know anything about that process. So when they called my coach, I was like, oh yeah, all right, cool. Like, went up there, saw the school. Like, you know, at that time, like I said, being the oldest, I thought like the oldest. They were offering me a full ride, and I did not want my mom to have to pay for me to go to college. So that was the only thing in the back of my mind. Like, my mom doesn't have to pay tuition for me to go anywhere. Like, why not?
So, such an older sister.
Yeah, so it was like, that would be one thing I would, you know, thought differently is like, you know, these people that are reaching out to you, these coaches that are reaching out to you, go visit the campus, go talk to the coach, talk to the coaching staff, talk to the players. Like, at that time, like I said, I didn't know that was a part of the process. So I definitely would, you know, encourage other people to take that process seriously because it's a big decision once you get there. So that would be one thing that I would change for sure.
That's a huge one.
Yeah.
Wait, quick question. How did that look like at that time? Is it you would have to call the coach to maintain that level? Like, after you get the letter, like, what would it have looked like from there?
Yeah, you definitely want to, you know, stay in contact with them, whether it was over the phone or I don't remember texting. Like, I really don't remember texting them. So, like, an email or something. Like, I got mad emails. They, like, you know, email them back. Like,
email is crazy.
It is crazy. But it was a two-way communication that I had no idea that, you know, I needed to do. So, it would definitely be, like, you know, as simple as, I'm pretty sure they left their number and stuff like that. It's crazy because now that we're having this conversation, I'm going to go back and look at my shoebox just to see, like, what they were saying and, like, you know, what I could have done differently. But, yeah, it's just as simple as just reaching back out to them.
Yeah, okay, okay. Well, I guess we'll alternate, okay? We'll alternate. So I'll go. One thing that I would definitely change is my words. I would change, like, and not too many people understand how powerful, you know, words are. And I know for a fact that, and it's something that I'm still working through, but the way that I would speak to myself, I spoke a lot of negativity into my situation. I spoke harshly to myself, and it's words that, you know, you definitely wouldn't take from nobody else. If somebody else was talking to me the way that I was talking to myself, it would be a problem. And the Bible even talks about that. Proverbs 18:21, the tongue has the power of life and death. Those who love it will eat its fruit.
Life and death is at the power of the tongue.
Yes, at the power of the tongue. And I just didn't think about how powerful it was. Like I said, speaking down on myself, kind of planted those seeds of doubt, planted those seeds of frustration. A lot of times when I was frustrated with situations, and I would continue to speak negativity into those situations. So my mind is trapped in a space of frustration and not in a space of, okay, how can I make this situation better?
That's a good one.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. So how am I speaking into it? Yeah, that was a big one.
I can relate to that too, because you know, in that process of getting to college and realizing, well, I'm gonna say my second one. So my second one would be to take the strength and conditioning serious, take the running serious, and that aspect of the game serious that I did not know what I was getting myself into. Like, I'm saying again, like, the first one that's getting, you know, pushed in the fire, I didn't know how serious it needed to be. Like, I had a basketball in my hand every single day. I was at the courts every single day, but that wasn't enough. Like, I needed to get into the gym, I needed to lift, I needed to eat better, I needed to, you know, run a mile or two a day. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep fit, because you're the best player in your grade at, you know, at your high school or in your town or whatever the case may be, but you're going to college to play against the best of the best everywhere. Not just in Connecticut, but in New Hampshire, Cali, like, you know, people come from all over the place. So it's like that part of the process, like, I would, you know, I would make sure I'm not eating bad and like negative, like it's just
fueling yourself with.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like it didn't help me on the court my freshman year at all. And obviously I had to learn that process. But one thing I will say is I had the mentality of like not calling what it is and calling what I want it to be. So I wasn't in my room saying that I was depressed in that time because I didn't want to sit in that depression because of what my situation was. So I feel like that definitely helped me more than I didn't realize, like looking back at it. But definitely the simple fact of just take care of my health. That is a big part of the game that not a lot of people think. They're like, oh, I gained weight, or oh, I can eat this because I'm working out like this tomorrow. Like, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You gotta fuel your body with the right nutrition for to be successful in the court. So that's one thing I definitely would change.
That's so crazy that you said that. That's literally my third thing that I wrote down. I would fuel myself better. Like, the food that I'm putting into myself. And I was just talking to Devin, our sports psychologist, and she was talking about a lot of the stuff that we're feeling. Like, I had been going through like bits of pockets of where I was having like random like anxiety and stuff like that. And she said also look into what you're eating. Are you putting like foods like blueberries and stuff like that helps with anxiety? Are you putting that type of food in your body? Excuse me. Because this type of stuff that you are consuming affects how you're thinking, how you're feeling, how you're going into practice. That was literally my thing. Like, am I fueling better nutrition-wise? But also, outside of food, am I fueling my mind and my spirit better than, am I putting, the negative things on social media? Am I putting, like, comparison in my mind? Am I consuming that type of stuff and fueling my body and my mind with that, or am I fueling it with more positive things? So I think it's like a both, both type of thing there.
People sleep on the necessity of fruits and veggies.
Yeah.
Like, fruits and vegetables daily. And I'm not gonna lie, that was not me. Like, I was not eating fruits and vegetables daily. My grandmother used to get on me all the time, and I have really great people around me that help me in different areas, and I help them in different areas. So it's like I said, nutrition wasn't my area, but there was people around me that helped me build that over the time. So that is very vital. And for the younger women that are men or women that's listening to this podcast, like, if you're in high school, if you're in college right now, like, take care of yourself by eating the right things. Right now. Like, literally right now. And that doesn't mean that you have to have a strict diet, and if you fall off, it's the end of the world. Like, treat yourself. It's okay. Like, it's not that bad. But at the same time, it's like every day, it can't be the same junk food. You have to switch it up.
And the times that you are fueling yourself. Because I remember a lot of times I would go into practice without, like, eating enough, or get out of practice and not eating enough, and then asking, like, oh, why am I so drained? Why am I feeling this way? It's what are you eating, and what time are you eating? Are you preparing yourself for what you're about to go into, and are you my gosh, are you refueling after you get that workout in?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My last one would be, I feel like I mastered this more towards the end of my sophomore year, my junior year, but looking myself in the mirror. Like I said, going into my freshman year, I always was pointing the fingers, not saying it out loud, but that was in my head. I'm like, this person, I should be here, and this person, I should be here, and the coach is not looking at me like da-da-da-da. Like, looking back on it, I was not in shape to be playing at a collegiate level. There's, like I said, I wasn't eating right. Like, I was always in the gym. I was always shooting. That wasn't the problem, but I'm pointing the fingers instead of looking at myself like, what can I do differently? So once I started to change my perspective, my sophomore year, my junior year, I did well. I did really, really good. So it's like, I had to take a step back. I had to look at my situation and see what I can change about my situation and control what I can control first before I started to point my fingers everywhere.
That's so
and
good.
Then after that, I can determine if this is the right spot for me or not, or like if it was just me and I needed to change my mindset. So definitely would, like I said, it was a lot in the place of, like, I did not know, because there was no leader or role model like in front of me that went to college, and I was the first in my my family. Like, I literally the first grandchild to go play basketball, to graduate from college. So, like, I'm glad that I was the first because my sisters got to see and my cousins got to see, like, you know, it's not always going to be easy, but you can do it. Mm-hmm. You just got to put your mind to it.
That's so good. That is so good. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so I feel like we just align a lot.
so much.
We align a lot. And if y'all don't know, and so if you don't know, if you're not close to me, I'm also an older sister. I just have one younger sibling, not 4. Yeah. That is a lot. But a lot of times we do think alike. So my second thing, or my last thing as well, was kind of switching I would pray more consistently over my mindset and over my heart posture. Because there is a lot of things, like, not taking away from anybody's experience. There is a lot of things that you're gonna face in college or in life that you can't control. They're out of your control. But there's a lot of things, but when you are faced with those things, like, I want to be in a better mindset, a better heart posture to handle what I can control, to look at myself, handle that with a mindset of, okay, I shouldn't even be worried about that because I can't control that, but what I can do for myself, that's what I can work on, that's what I can put my energy toward, and that's what's gonna put me in the best position. Right. So I think that was, like, really the biggest last thing. And another thing that I was talking to my the sports psychologist about, she said, a lot of times as athletes, we think of things in extremes. Like, if one thing is happening, that means, this is, you focus just on that one thing, that one frustration. And she said, I challenge you to start thinking with the mindset of and. Exactly. Just having more of a balanced mindset. I'd say I would pray more consistently over having that type of heart posture, that type of, focus on, okay, this can be a learning opportunity. This can be a growth opportunity. Maybe this is a moment where I can serve and help somebody else. So having a type of mindset that has shifted to, okay, what am I supposed to get in this season? Not like, okay, what is going wrong? Right.
And a lot of times it's like a lot of things that we go through, we don't realize that it's not just for that season, but it's for the next one. It's for the future. And it's not for, like, like I said, moving backwards but forward. So it's like, in the moment, you don't realize what this situation is doing to you until you get that, okay, I see what you was doing, God. I see what you was doing. So it's all worth it in the end. No matter what journey you're on, you'll realize if you stay true to yourself and, true to the word, like, you realize that it all makes sense.
Yes, so. I completely agree. You never know. Resilience, endurance, critical thinking. There's so much you can get from this journey. Absolutely. Definitely completely worth it.
And for those of you who don't, we do. We're the same number. I was
32, yes.
In high school, I was 32. In college, and Raven's 32, it's just so crazy.
Yeah,
so
very much in sync. Yes. Very much in sync, if you couldn't already tell. Yeah, so just to end off, I definitely just want to get your perspective from the other side. You now are in a position where you can coach students, and a lot of your players value you a lot. What type of things do you, based on your experience, want to instill and give back to your players?
Absolutely. I feel like, I'm sorry, I keep going back to my sisters, but they're my world. So, like, my sisters helped me to take on that leadership role at a young age. So when I got to college and realized that things weren't going my way, I tried to, like I said, change my perspective, and that's what I did. So my injury helped me to see things that I didn't see when I was on the court. It helped me to see things from my freshman year instead of me just why I'm not playing, more is like, why I'm not playing. So I'm thinking in my head why I'm not playing, but seeing why I really wasn't playing. So it's like I got to see it from a coach's standpoint on the sideline, but it also helps me to help you guys from my story, sharing my story, helping you guys like understand that if things are not going your way, you can, one, look at yourself in the mirror, and two, control what you can control. So I'll give you an example. My sophomore year was playing more than my freshman year, but not as much as I wanted to play. So like, what can I do differently to give to my teammates? I started to realize my sophomore year that just because I'm not playing, that does not mean I'm not part of this team. Wow. Like 1 through 14, 1 through 15, whatever, number you fall in, you're still a part of the team and your teammates need you.
Yeah.
In some sort of way that you don't think they need you. We literally started a group called the Mobs.
Okay.
The Mobs.
Go into the Mobs.
I'm going into the Mobs. The Mobs stood for members of the bench.
I love that.
And I was a cop. I was the captain of the bench, okay?
Not the cop.
I was a cop.
Not
Me
the
and
cop.
one of my other teammates, we were cops, and we made sure, like, to celebrate any chance we had the opportunity to celebrate our teammates.
Yeah.
We made the bench fun. Like, we chat, we clapped, we cleared, we cheered, we did, like, we even took pictures during media day of our celebration. I swear.
Nah.
I can pull up pictures.
We gotta see that. We gotta
show
see that.
Because you have to find your purpose for the team in that season that you're in.
Yeah.
And sometimes we get so caught up in, like I said, pointing the fingers and looking at other people and why we're not playing, all this type of stuff. You're realizing that you're not giving to your teammates.
Yeah.
You're not helping them, and it's not their fault that you're not playing.
Yeah.
Like, it's just what it is. And I didn't have no problems with none of my teammates. Like, I felt like my problem was with the coach because I wasn't playing. So it's like, why am I mad about not giving back?
Right.
And so in that moment, like, we got together and we, because there were some times during the game where we needed to get into the game, but, like, we're so locked in on what we're doing wrong or, like, why we're not playing that when it's time to get in, we missed our opportunity because we're thinking about why we wasn't playing in the first place.
Yeah.
So it's like we all had to change our mindset. A coach brought us in and saw, like, she literally showed the bench and showed, what was going on the court, but it's like, if your bench not tight, the people on the court not tight.
Wow.
If the people on the court not tight, your bench not tight.
Yeah.
If things are going wrong during the game and you're not paying attention to the things that's going wrong and, like, because you're just so focused on yourself, you're not giving to your teammates.
Yeah.
It's a team.
Yeah.
We're all together.
That's so good.
So it's like I try to, talk to everybody that I can to share my story and express, because at the end of the day, this is things that I did not know, and I don't want to wait. I don't want you guys to wait till your senior year, till you're out of college, till you're missing the game, because you're not there no more to be like, what could I have done differently, or like, why didn't I do this, or why wasn't I in the gym, why wasn't, like, even going back to one of my best friends, close friend we still talk to now. Her name is Diamond. She was 2 years older than me, but as soon as I got in, she took me under her wings. Like, we was always in the gym. We were having shooting competitions with ourselves. Like,
that's so good.
Just like, I make 10 in a row, you buy me a Gatorade. Just something small, just to keep it going. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that helped me, because once she left, and somebody else that was a year under me, 2 years under me, you trying to go to the gym? You trying to get shots up? You trying to, like, if I win, you swipe me in the mill points, something like that, just to stay connected and keep each other connected. Because at the end of the day, like I said, 1 through 15, you got a spot on the team.
Right.
You got a purpose. You got a goal. You gotta make sure that you are fulfilling that goal and that purpose while you're in that moment. So don't wait till it's over. And I still talk to my teammates from college. Like, we still got a relationship because it was more than basketball. Like, you guys are spending so much valuable time with each other. Like, there's no way that you can be on a team that you don't come together at some point in time. Like, so it's like we win together, we lose together. Like, you could have 25 points in the game, but if we lose, we lost.
We all lost.
We all lost that game, whether you played 1 minute or 25 minutes.
Right.
We under that win and loss column. I mean, column, it says if you won or if you lost. So staying together and creating that community for each other, I feel like it's so big.
That's so good.
So that's one thing I definitely try to explain to you guys, and try to keep you guys going. Like, I try to give you the wisdom that I didn't have in college, because why not? Why am I keeping it to myself? How am I gonna help y'all get better if I'm just like, y'all got it, you're good, like, nah. So it's like, I may not be doing it, as I feel like I do it individually. I do it together. Like, I remember, like, I think it was last year, I called y'all all to the room, and I kind of gave y'all that little bit of my, like, little segment, but, like,
I remember that.
It's like, nah, come on, let's get it together. Like, you're letting these moments go by, and it goes by so fast, right? I came in with you. Like, we came in together, and now we're about to graduate. So it's like, it goes by so fast. So if I can help you guys, like I said before, it's too late, that's what I'm gonna do.
And just to put it out there, Jazz, what you do is very, valuable. Like, I know me and my teammates, we talk about it all the time, even when you're not there, just how important it is. Some of the conversations that you have with us, some of the times where we're just picked up, it kind of like, you know, even as a young mind, you want to try to stay focused, but a lot of times having that voice in our ear kind of just grounds us, even in tough situations or in the better situations, like just being able to laugh with you. Like, it is very valuable. So
I appreciate that. Right?
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah. And then random question: did you miss the game? You know, coming out of college, I know you had to deal with injuries and stuff like that, but did you miss it coming out?
Absolutely.
Really,
like,
a lot.
Absolutely. Because like I said, there's so many things that I would have done differently. You know, even playing on a torn ACL. Like thinking back now, like that wasn't smart. Like I need my knee for the rest of my life, and I'm playing on a torn ACL. But I love the game. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to play. I didn't want to sit out another year. I already sat out another year. Like you always miss it. Like people talk like there's so many people you do the little flashback of athletes on Instagram. Like everybody posting their flashback pictures because that was a time that you enjoyed. College is something that not everybody gets to experience, but when you do experience, like some people be like, "Oh, college is fake," all this type of stuff. But like, there's so many people that you meet in college that are from all over the world. Getting to know someone's story and their background is like, wow, like how did we connect and like how did our paths cross? Like it's like you got to think about it more than just me. Yeah. How did my experience go? Yeah. What am I getting from it? You're getting a lot from it because you're getting to learn from so many people. You're getting experience that you're not gonna like realize in 3 or 4 years that it's like, wow. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I get it now. I see now. There's so much that you can learn from, not just, being in the classroom, but outside the classroom. So I definitely miss it. Definitely miss it. And like I said, is while you're here, while you're in that moment, while you're in high school, you're working on that. Now, like technology, the recruitment process, all that is so different. Woo! It's so much easier now.
And it's still changing.
And it's still changing, but it's like, take advantage of the opportunity that's in front of you. Yeah. Like, don't let it go in vain. Like, don't take this time for granted. Like, young team, old team, whatever the case may be. If you got another year to play like you don't got another year to play. Yes. Because not a lot of people can say that, they did it all right. They're, and you're not gonna do it right. Like, it's gonna be a lot of ups and downs. You're gonna be learning. Like, you're still gonna be like, I'm still learning to this day right now. But right. The opportunity that you have in front of you, take advantage of it.
Yes. That's so good. Well, yeah, at the end of the day, we did speak a lot, hit a lot of different topics, but the biggest thing that we want, anybody listening to get is just to seize, the opportunity and understand it may not be easy. It is a tough journey, but there's a lot of the smaller things that you can, we challenge you to open your mindset. Yes, feel the feelings that you're having. Yes, you are human, so it's going to be frustrating. Absolutely. You're going to have those tears. You're going to have your smiles. It's going to be up and down. But at the end of the day, if you can open your mindset to really take advantage of what's right in front of you, it's going to be worth it at the end of the day.
so much worth it. So you got to just change your perspective a little bit. And that's one thing, this is the last thing I'm going to say. If you have the same mindset from high school, you're not growing. You're still stuck in quicksand from high school, and time has passed. Yeah. Like, you have to change your perspective. You have to change your mindset if you want to be successful in life. Yeah. There's people that's 30, 40 years old, still stuck in their old ways, still stuck in their past. And it's like, that's not helping anything about their situation because time is still ticking. Yeah. And there's going to be more problems that they're going to, like, run into. And if they're still stuck in their old ways and they're still stuck in their past, like, how you gonna move forward? Right. How you gonna be successful? Right. So every day you gotta challenge yourself to think outside the box and, think about what future you want and try to work towards it. Yeah, that's so good. Well, yeah, that's all we have for today. Again, we thank you guys so much for joining us. Jazz, thank you for coming up here. No, Ray, thank you. Seriously, I'm so proud of you, and I'm so glad that you're creating this platform. And I'm excited to see where it goes. So thank you. Thank you. See y'all next time. 'Cause I don't